And we are live. How's it going, Ryan?
Hey Dave, how you doing? Going good.
Good, good. Yeah. This is going to be a great night tonight. We're going on a little bit early here, so for those just coming in, just want to give a shout out. I'm Dave with the Wet Fly Swing podcast. I've got Ryan here from Mountain Waters Resort, and tonight we got a pretty special night in store for you. As you can see from the ticker going across the screen there, we're giving away a prize pack worth over $9,000 to one lucky winner. And I'm going to let people trickle in here because we're getting a little bit early start. But as we go, if you have any answers, and we got some people coming in here. I see Owen. So yeah, if you're just coming in here, just put a comment there, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, and let us know where you're coming from. We always like to see if we can get every province and every state in the in North America covered. So let's see where everybody's coming from, and then as we get that going, the way the night's going to work, if you're brand new to this, we're going to give away the grand prize package, as you can see on the ticker here, a trip to Mountain Waters Resort to fish for Atlantic salmon. This is Ryan's Lodge. I'm going to be there next year. We're going to have the winner is going to be there and some other people. And we're going to talk about the lodge as we go here a little bit today. So it looks like we got some people coming in now. I see Randall out there from Folsom. Hunter, nice to see everyone. Just as everyone comes in here, keep putting some comments. We're getting started a couple minutes early, so I'm going to let people trickle in here, and then we'll kind of launch this. But maybe, Ryan, you could start us off a little bit. Tell us kind of who you are and what you do out there.
Yeah, so appreciate you taking the time, Dave. I'm Ryan Wenzel, of course, is my name. We operate Mountain Waters Resort, which is formerly the property that Lee Wolf purchased when he came up here from New York back in the 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
And the irony of it was that Lee actually bought the property off of the Newfoundland government
Oh yeah.
of the day, 2 days before Newfoundland and Labrador actually joined Canada. So
Oh
it's a
wow.
pretty special spot. And Lee came up here with his float plane. I'm sure many of your viewers and
Mm-hmm.
in the podcast we touched on that, of course,
Yep.
of the property, and of course Dad, Les, and Rod Brophy, of course, who you've had on. They walk the banks and
Mm-hmm.
fish the banks of the river that Lee come to call home for so many years when he was up here.
Nice. Yeah, and that's what's exciting. I think the history and also just a chance to catch an Atlantic salmon. Not everybody has probably caught one of those that's on here today. So as everybody's coming in here, we're getting a little bit early start now. We're right at the top of the hour, at least in where I am. Ryan, we're going to talk about that. The question where you are, you're actually not at the top of the hour. You're in a time zone that's pretty far away from where we are, but we're going to be talking more about that as we go. So as you come in here, now that we are at the top of the hour, go ahead and leave a comment where you're coming from. I want to see whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, and also just throw a little information in there on if you've caught an Atlantic salmon before or ever fished for them. Let us know in the comments as well. And I see Melissa from Kelowna, Jim Bell from Colorado, Robin from there we go, Newfoundland. You got Robin Squires is out there. So we got good diverse. Branson from Missouri. We got Jared from Texas. So we're going to see if there's any countries other than the United States or Canada, throw it in there as well. I want to see. I know we got some listeners in South Africa and around the world. So let's see that. So here's the night. So we're going to do a quick room reset. Now that we're at the top of the hour, in about 5 minutes or so, we're going to start getting into a couple of bonus prizes. So tonight we're going to announce the grand prize winner. As you can see from the ticker, one person is going to win this pack. I'm going to switch over to it on the screen really quick so you can see what this looks like here. Let me switch over, and then we can take a look at what this is going to be. So as you can see here, Ryan, you're not seeing this, but on the screen everybody else is seeing. We've got some of the partner brands. As you can see here, we're going to talk about all the partners who were a big part of what we did here. But this is the trip, Atlantic Salmon School. You can see October 20th to 29th. We're actually announcing it now. It's the 30th, the winner. Here's the partners. So I'm going to talk about all of these big partners here in a sec. And all the gear is right here. We're talking about a trip to Newfoundland. Nam has a rod. We've got trout routes. We got a bunch of great products and brands on board here tonight. So we're going to talk about all that as we go. But before we get to the grand prize package and announcement, I'm going to give away 4 bonus prizes for everybody who's on here. So if you're listening now, you have a chance. Even if you don't win the grand prize, you have a chance to win a bonus product, and actually 4 of them tonight, 4 products. So. Ryan, what do you think? You want to maybe get started here? You ready to get going on this in a little bit?
Yeah, let's kick her into high gear and
All right, good, good. It looks like we got. So we're just a few minutes in here. Again, as you come in, just give a heads up where you're coming from, and I want to make sure everybody's ready. Give me a little emoji in the comments. Give me your favorite emoji if you're ready to jump into the first bonus giveaway product here tonight. Let's get that going. And then Ryan, as they're kind of starting to go, tell me a little bit about Atlantic salmon, the time of year to fish. Is this you guys focus on a few months out of the year, right?
yeah. So the best times we find Dave up here in our area is toward the last week of June through July and into. We normally go 6 weeks to the first week of August, and we're about a kilometer in from the ocean. So when you get those fish coming in, rolling in on the high tide, they're pretty wild.
Yeah.
Once you get them on there, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll be talking more about that. And we have a couple of podcast episodes we've done, so people can check it out. I see Kevin coming in here, Tim Delaney, Jared again. Cool. All right, everybody, we're going to get into this. So we're going to give away some bonus prizes. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to ask you a question, everybody on here. If you know the answer to the question, just put in the comments. And guesses are okay. And the first person I see that gets it right, it might not be the first person that gets it right, but the first person I see in the comments, you're going to win the product. And the first one we're giving away, we always start off with a hat. So we're going to be giving away. Ryan, you got a Mountain Waters hat on, don't you? Don't you? There?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we all of our clients when they come as part of the package, we aim to deliver a hat with their name on the back. So of course, if the guide sees you back on, then they know who they're talking to.
There you go. There you go. So we got that. So tonight we're going to give away one of these wet fly swing hats. This is how we're going to start this off. We're going to start off with kind of an easy one. Actually, it's not easy for probably some people like me that aren't aware of it. But the question I'm going to ask here, if you know the answer, just put in the comments, and you're going to get this. The first person I see, a wet fly swing hat. And so the first question is, the bonus question tonight is, what time zone is Newfoundland in? And if you know the answer, either name the time zone, or if you know how many hours it's ahead of Pacific time zone, which I'm in. I'm on the other side of North America from Ryan. If you know how many hours ahead it is from Pacific, put in the comments. Or if you know what time zone it is, I'll take that as an answer. As they're going here and answering, Ryan, tell me a little more about the lodge. You guys have a lodge. What can people expect at your lodge when they're out there?
Yeah, so we've got a lodge there. Basically, our accommodations are 2-bedroom cottages. We've got a lodge there where the accommodation staff, you have your own private room at your cabin. Normally, what we find, Dave, is if there's a couple coming, a couple buddies, they usually buddy up in their cabin. We pick them up as a very short distance. You get your meals and it's literally 5 minutes to the riverbank from where we're located. And last year we actually built a little lodge, not a lodge, but like a little cookhouse down right on the riverbank. So when you got those rough days, which in Newfoundland, especially on our river, if you get the strong southwest winds, it can make it difficult. Casting is one thing, but the rain and the elements that come with that, you can sure be in for a tangle from time to time.
Yep, exactly. That's what's cool is that the weather in June can be a little mix. In June, you might get some wind, could get some, but so it's nice to have the cabins to go back to. Have some. I know you guys have some pretty good food. Some what's a typical dinner you might have out there?
Yeah, so we go from everything from what we call a traditional Newfoundland jigs dinner, which is turkey dinner. Codfish. We do lobster dinners, ribs, and on requests, of course, any special dishes or dietary needs that you may need. And of course, Trudy and the accommodation staff we have there, they interview everybody on the day they come in. And of course, we're in contact. Once you put your deposit in, we're in contact with you, and then of course you got exclusive access to the guides as well by email or phone number.
Yeah,
and just all aiming to please whatever your needs are. Yeah,
perfect, awesome. So yeah, it's gonna be a cool experience, and we're gonna be giving away here in a little bit, like we said. You can see it on the ticker, and in a little bit here, we're gonna give away the grand prize package. But before we get there, we're giving away some bonus prizes. And the first question of the night is, what time zone is Ryan in Newfoundland right now? And this is actually a kind of a trick question because I didn't know the answer to this. I assumed it was by hour, but the correct answer was, Ryan, what is the correct answer of the time zone?
Yeah, so you're in Newfoundland time when you're in Newfoundland, and
Yeah,
we're actually 4.5 hours ahead of Pacific Standard Time.
there you go. 4.5 hours, not 4 hours, not 5 hours, but 4.5 hours. So pretty cool fun fact there. The first person I saw that got it right was Andrew. Andrew, we'll follow up with you on that. Also, you can send me an email, dave@wetflyswing.com, and we're going to send you a Wet Fly Swing podcast trucker hat. And just for being here tonight, and you're still in the run-in for the grand prize package. So there we go. We got the first prize out of the way, and it's going to get better as we go here on these bonus prizes. So quick room reset as we're coming in here. We're just getting going here, folks. If you are just coming in, throw your name in the comments, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, and let us know where you're coming from. We want to see where everybody's coming from here. It looks like we've got most of a lot of U.S. and a lot of Canada covered already. I see Kevin from got the right there. Scott Donaldson is coming in. So let's get into the next one. As we go here, we're going to be amping this up a little bit. And the next question is the next bonus question tonight. And again, if you know the answer to this, just put your comment in the comments, whether on Facebook or YouTube. And we always love to see emojis and thumbs up as well. But the next question is, this is an awesome one. And actually, this should be easy for everybody, especially if you're on here early. There's one person that's very famous who's been up to Newfoundland. And if you're just coming in here, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of right answers. But who is the person that used to own Mountain Waters Resort, which Ryan owns now, back in the 30s and 40s? And he has a fly called the Royal Wolf and some other ones. So if you know the answer to that, put in there. And what you're going to get is a full year of trout routes. So you're going to get access to trout routes, mapping software. If you want to get in on that, throw it in there. Let's see the correct answers, and we'll let that go here, Ryan. So as they're answering, why don't you tell us a little more about the experience? So you're talking this trip is like the person that's going to win is going to get a week. People here, if they want to get a paid spot, it's a week. What does that look like? Are you out fishing early every day in the mornings and the evenings? How does that look?
Yeah, so basically, the way the package goes, Dave, is we'll pick you up at a place called Deer Lake Airport. Most of the clients we find flying in from out of province, whether you're coming from the United States or further in Canada or overseas, you'll most likely come via Toronto or Montreal into Deer Lake. We'll pick you up there, get you to the lodge on the Sunday. And some people want to fish as soon as they get there and get straightened away. The guide will speak to you about that. Then you've got fishing Monday through Saturday, if you so wish to do so. The normal package is 8 hours, 8 hours. But again, the guides will aim to please, depending on what you're looking for. And some people find sometimes the conditions, Dave, some of the folks we have are hardcore, as you can appreciate. Everyone has their different what they're looking for, and some people, after a few hours out there waiting and in the elements, they want a break. Rod and Dad and the other guides, they'll take you, basically interview you and set the tone for the week and listen to you and your concerns or any questions. And a lot of this, just for your listeners and whoever's here, Dave, is a lot of this is all done up front. We aim to go and our repeat clients that we have coming back and anyone new who's interested in coming, we do the legwork up front so that when you get to Deer Lake, you're not questioning, well, where am I? Or you're well versed on what's going on and what's going to happen and how it's going to roll out. And any flies or any questions around the flies or the conditions or the fishing, when it comes to salmon or trout, you're well engaged with the guide if you so choose to do so before you even get on a plane to come here.
Yeah, you're good to go. So, and that's part of, I think, what we're going to be doing is some more content to get people ready for what it looks like to fish for not only Atlantic salmon, but brook trout, right? You guys have some big brook trout.
Yeah, we do have some big brook trout, and a lot of the guys we've had here, we've had a nice few people here from out on the Pacific there. Doug from Aquaflies,
Mm-hmm.
he came 2 years in a row with Rusty and some others down there, and we've got a number of repeat clients: Charlie Mitchell and Brian Corral and Kelvin Tall, who
Yep.
you had on the show there
Yep.
recently.
Nice.
They're all rebooked back again this year, and they're and what we aim for, Dave, as we talked about, is more of a family oriented approach when it comes to the people who come here, because it's a pretty special spot. We try to keep the cost low and just give that person a chance to go out, like Rod said, and catch a fish in the same area where Lee Wolf
Exactly.
So many years ago, right?
Yeah,
so
we're Lee Wolf.
He
flew in, right? He would fly in with the float plane. We'll probably talk more about that as we go. So let's do a quick room reset here. We got a bunch of right answers here on this, so this is great. We're going to announce who won the bonus prize. For those just coming in, what we're doing here is we're going to be giving away the grand prize package pretty quick here, probably in about 20 minutes or less. And somebody's going to take home over $9,000 worth of a trip to Ryan's Lodge, Mountain Waters Resort, and plus all the gear. And I just want to give a shout out real quick here to our sponsors. I'm going to click over to that screen really quick so you can see who we can kind of celebrate here. So if everybody's on here, you can kind of see on the screen right now what we have going here. So these are the sponsors. So I want to give a shout out to everybody who's part of this event. Nautilus is giving away a fly reel. Fulling Mill is giving away a whole fly tying kit. Trout Routes is giving a lifetime membership to their trout app. JH Flyco, and I'm going to zip through this, is on board. Smitty's Fly Box. Pescador on the Fly is giving away a rod. Nam, we talked about that, a fly rod. We've got a bonus guide trip and lesson. Seam is also on board, giving away a net. Long Range Outdoors has some great outdoor gear. Marble with sunglasses, shout out to them. And our conservation partners, the Foundation for Conservation of Atlantic Salmon and Spawn, two conservation partners, along with Mountain Waters Resort, as you can see there on the screen here. And then also we mentioned the School of Fishing, Stillwater Edge, and the Wet Fly Swing podcast. There we go. So that's a lot of brands. This is supported by this, and obviously Ryan's giving away a big trip out to this lodge. So big shout out to all of our partners. Definitely support them if you know of them. Some of these brands, Ryan, I'm going to talk about this in a sec. They're kind of local brands in your area, so I want to get into that a little bit. And I see Super Marty 87. Looks like he's just coming in. Awesome, man. Good to see you on here. Hunter, I see you out there. So what we're going to do here for everybody just coming on, we're going to give that grand prize package, but I want to answer number 2 question, the bonus question tonight. And the one was, this was kind of a softball pitch for you, was who is the person that owned the lodge before Ryan, way back in the 30s and 40s? Famous fly angler, the Royal Wolf and all that. Of course, the answer is Lee Wolf. So Lee Wolf used to, and when we go on this trip with you, Ryan, I'm excited because we're going to be fishing the same run, the same runs, the same, different cabins, but in the same location, right, where the lodge was.
Yeah, no, absolutely. My dad actually has a cabin. He lives there year round. We're built right on the old lodge that was there.
Yep.
The cookhouse was just next door. We've erected a small cottage cabin on the spot where Lee actually is, where you can see Barry and Alan holding the 35 pound salmon.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got that posted to our Facebook page. So yeah, and you're going to get a chance to fish other waters Lee fished up there too. The Torrent River of Ponds. They're just short drives away from us.
Yep.
And so yeah, and you'll get to explore Portland Creek Pond, which is approximately 20 miles long.
Oh wow!
With 2 or 3 runs coming into that as well. So
yep.
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome trip. We're gonna be doing that next year in June. Of course, one person tonight, it could be you listening right now, is gonna win that trip to go to Mountain Waters Resort with myself and some other listeners of the podcast. But the answer to number 2 for the bonus, this is the bonus prize tonight. So we're giving away 4 bonus prizes before we get to the grand prize. The answer was Lee Wolf, of course, Lee Wolf, and the person that got that was Robin Squires. So Robin, you were the first person I saw that got Lee Wolf right. Congratulations. You have a year access to Trout Routes Pro. Okay, there we go. So we've given away 2 bonus prizes tonight. We're going to get into the next one, and the next question here is going to be a good one too. I think all these are. I love the questions about fish behavior and size and all that. But let's hear for those that are kind of just coming in here. Give me a shout out again. Give me an emoji if you're hearing me. If everything's sounding good. It looks like Nick. I see Sugarts out there. I want to know again where everybody's coming from. It looks like I see Master Fishing Cat said so cool. So let's jump into the next one, and this is going to be about Atlantic salmon. Of course, the species we're kind of chasing here is Atlantic salmon, which are in some ways similar to steelhead, right? They have a similar life history, but they're kind of different in a lot of ways. So we're going to talk about them for this next question. And before we get to it, I just want to say that if you hang on, probably about 15 minutes from now, we're going to announce the grand prize winner. But let's jump into this next one. So if you know the answer to this question, just put it in the comments, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. First person I see that gets it right, you are going to win access to Wet Fly Swing Pro, which is our paid community, and you're going to get free access for a year to that community, which gives you tons of resources. Part of it, I'm going to talk about how, Ryan, this is going to coincide with what we have going here. So one access to Wet Fly Swing Pro. The question tonight for that is, and if you know the answer, put in the comments to win here, the bonus prize, is how high can Atlantic salmon jump? If you know the answer, I'll take feet or meters. The correct answer, if you get it, you're going to win Wet Fly Swing Pro, a full year to Wet Fly Swing Pro. Let's let those come through there. And the question is, how high can it land? I mean, that is kind of crazy, right? To think how high can these fish? Ryan, I'm not going to let you give it away because I'm sure you know the answer. But let's see if some of these answers come in. But as we get going here, yeah. Now tell us about the streams a little bit. Are these pretty flat, or there's some areas where they're jumping up higher in the watershed? What does that look like?
Yeah, so normally the streams are pretty flat. There are some areas that you can get to where you can see them jumping in areas trying to get up over the falls and whatnot. But Dave, when you had mentioned the height, if I could say one thing, and I believe we have it on our website, if you or any of your listeners go to the YouTube channel, and Fred Campbell from Hookie was here. Yeah, he was here a couple of years ago and put together a really nice video called Stewards of the Land.
Yep.
And you talk about airtime on some of those fish. Fred really captures it in that video where he's almost down water level, and you see that fish come out. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Some of the video he has in that in that video he did for us. So so I mean, back to the streams, and again, it is all dependent on conditions. I know when I believe it was Doug and Rusty, and they came up the first year. The second week, we just got pounded with rain, and the river went up we had to fish from boats. There was no wading.
Oh wow!
You couldn't even get out there,
Yep.
And it was up for quite a while, and so it can be challenging. But other areas, and just north of us on the Torrent River, there's a salmon interpretation center where you actually can go in and see these fish climbing the ladder, and it is quite a spectacle to see. See these fish on their journey back.
Yeah, and these fish are going to jump, right? When you hook them, they're not just sitting under the water; they're going.
Oh yeah. You will get quite the tug, and it's game on. Yeah,
it is. And the other cool thing about what you guys do here is that they're very surface oriented, right? These fish are taking dry flies on the surface, and they're very active. Different from a little bit different than a steelhead, winter steelhead.
Yeah. Surface oriented, big time. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh, good. So I think we got a bunch of answers here. Definitely, I saw some correct answers. So I'm going to announce the winner. And just a reminder for those just coming in here, we are going to be giving away the grand prize package here in probably a little over 10 minutes tonight. And that's the over $9,000 pack, which includes a Mountain Waters Resort trip and all the gear, which I mentioned all of our partners who are awesome on this one here. But before then, we're announcing the third bonus prize tonight, and that's access to Wet Fly Swing Pro. I'm going to switch over a little bit just so you can see that if you're not familiar with what we have going with the podcast. I mentioned at the start, I'm Dave with the Wet Fly Swing podcast. We host one of the leading fly fishing shows out there, and we've interviewed over 900 guests now, including Ryan, your dad, and a couple of your head guides there. And those have been awesome, and I think your dad's going to come back for a brook trout episode soon. But I want to share a little bit just so you can get a look at Wet Fly Swing Pro is. I'm going to take it behind and show you. For those, as you're on the screen here, take a look And I just want you to know that if you want to get access to this, if you're familiar with what we do, you can go to wetflyswing.com/join right now, and you're going to get access, basically 50% off tonight. We're going to leave this open while this is live tonight. And the cool thing about this, Ryan, is anybody that goes on the trip as well is going to get a full access, for a year to Wet Fly Swing Pro as well. So, and as you can see, I'm just going to kind of tick through this really quick so you can see some of the stuff, and we'll cover this at the end. But this is kind of what you're looking at. We do a bunch of master classes in there. We've got some live events, and and all the gurus from around. So one of the big things we're giving away too, if you get to this before this live event is over here, we're going to be giving a free month of casting instruction. So these are online. So this is where you're going to video your cast. We're going to review it with our experts, and then we're going to help you get your cast better. So I don't know if anybody can't use a little benefit on their fly cast. I know I can. Why don't we see in the comments who out there could use a little help with the fly cast? Leave a comment if you're an expert or intermediate, or if you're a beginner. Let's see where everybody's coming from here. So that's Wet Fly Swing Pro. That's what we're giving away right now for our third bonus prize tonight. And the big question is tonight from that was how high can Atlantic salmon jump? And Ryan, do you know the answer to this question?
Well, I would have to say it depends where you're at.
I put you on the spot completely tonight.
You are, yeah.
But I'll tell you the answer, and I wouldn't have known this either. But the answer is actually these fish can jump up to 12 feet. 12 feet, so like 2 feet above a NBA basketball hoop, which is kind of crazy, right? So 12 feet, or the meters is about 3.65 meters. So the first person I saw to get that right was Alberto. Alberto, I've seen you commenting out there. You are a winner of our third bonus prize tonight, and Wet Fly Swing Pro will get you access to that, and we'll see you on the inside here. And we got a bunch of great questions coming in here. I see Karen, intermediate. I see Bill Mitchell, love it. Don, yeah. So anybody, if you want help, I mean, I tell you, the one thing with my casting, Ryan, and you probably can appreciate this, when I'm trying to cast a big heavy rod like an 8-weight and the wind's blowing at me, I struggle big time. I mean, it's really hard. And I think that's where it's really important to get expert instruction. And when we're on the river with you guys, your dad, and everybody's going to be doing that. For a lot of people that might not be going on this trip, I think getting some instruction somewhere, right, whether that's going into a local shop, it's good to get that help because, again, it's the best way. It's going to give you a chance to hook some of these cool fish.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I said, is nice to see and hear. Like I said, we've had Charlie and Brian and Kelvin back now. This will be Charlie's 4th year. And the difference from, of course, the first visit with the wind challenges and other weather as well, just getting that feel and getting that fit from Rod working with them is all the difference with the presentation.
It's going to be huge. Yeah. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to go out there with the winner on this trip. And again, for anybody listening, if you want to follow up more, you can connect with Ryan. We'll have some links to that as well, Mountain Waters Resort. But let's get into this. We got one more bonus question tonight, and then we're going to be into the grand prize winner. So I'm gonna just give an update for those coming. I see Paul Schmeithus is out there, beginner plus. We got Brian Wong is a beginner. We got this is awesome. We got tons of beginners out here. I love this. Ethan. Just getting started. Scott Donaldson, double haul for the win. There you go. The double haul, man. That is something that you've got to get mastered because that's going to help you. Jared Weaver, awesome. This is great. So lots of good comments. So again, if everybody's fired up about this, let's keep these comments going because we've got one more big, and this bonus prize is legit. We're not messing around on this one tonight. We're actually for the next one. So what we're doing here is in about 10 minutes, we're going to give away the grand prize, which is over $9,000 a trip with Ryan to Mountain Waters Resort. All the gear from all of our partners, but we're also doing some bonus prizes for people to get questions on here tonight. And right now, somebody as a bonus prize is going to win another guide trip, and this is pretty cool. So we have the Stillwater Edge is giving away a Stillwater guide trip, a full day on the water with the Stillwater Edge. That's Greg Keenan. He's our partner with the School of Fishing. And so if you get this right, so if you know the answer, put in the comments. The first person that I see that gets this next question right is going to win a bonus guide trip out to fish the Stillwater. So I want to hear if anybody's a Stillwater fisherman, let's see the comments. I love Stillwater. How about you, Ryan? Is there any Stillwater fishing out in your neck of the woods?
No, just no, not that I'm aware of.
Not much? Yeah, it's mostly rivers. Yeah, because you guys everything's flowing right out to the ocean. And
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So on the other side of the country, in BC especially, Kamloops, there's amazing stillwater fishing, and that's where Greg is located. So we're going to be doing that. The question here to win, if you know the answer, just put the comment in. This is a good one, Ryan. I know you know the answer to this one tonight. Is what is the name of the national park in Newfoundland? What is the name? If you know the name of the national park in Newfoundland, this is one I actually knew. I knew the name. This is a famous national park. And if you know it, put it in the comments, and you are going to win a guide trip. The first person I see that gets it right, I'm going to pick you, and you're going to go first. So as they're coming in here, Ryan, tell me anything we're missing about the trip, about Newfoundland. What is Newfoundland? Is it? I've heard so many unique things about. What makes it so special? I mean, you got this national park, right? Talk about. I mean, it must be pretty amazing.
Yeah, so I just checked you there, Dave, on your question. I
Yeah.
guess what we should do with that, because there is national parks in Newfoundland and Labrador. I think maybe the question we should go with is, what is the national park in Newfoundland and Labrador that is closest to Mountain
Oh,
Waters?
good. Okay, yeah, closest amount because there's more than just one.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So again, what makes Newfoundland so special? Obviously, I can sum it up in one word, Dave, and is the people.
Yeah.
I've lived here my whole life, and there's so much culture here in Newfoundland when it comes to the diversity of the people. You could be in a community and drive to the next community 20 minutes away in a totally different dialect. But the people, when it comes to the kindness and the heritage and the culture, is second to none anywhere you go. So,
Yeah.
and I'm sure many of your listeners and clients and anyone who's been to the island or even in Labrador can attest to that.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy going, and everyone just aims to please. And the weather is extremely special because even with the most miserable day, when you get those nice days, I remember this past summer, Brian was here, and I believe Brian is from down in New York.
Okay.
And he came in, and I said, Brian, you're not going back out today? He said, nah. He said, I think I'm done for the day. He said, I'm just going to sit here and take all this
Nice.
in. Yeah.
Nice.
So we had a family of ducks there the summer, 2 families actually. So everyone had to watch out for them getting to and from the water.
That's so cool.
And of course, where we're at too, Dave, is a good spot for young anglers too when the water levels are right. We've had people call us and wanting to bring their child with them, and of course, Rod can make that work as well. Right?
Good.
But pretty special spot.
That's really awesome.
And of course, the 30-minute time difference, you're always in the future, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I actually heard the story about on the other side of the country. We did an event similar to this with the Brian Nisk at the Skeena Spey Lodge, and there was a group of guys that went up there. 4 of the clients that paid for the trip, they actually brought a 6-month-old baby along on the lodge for the week trip, which is I've never heard of that before. Have you ever seen that before? Having kids like the babies along?
Oh. Yeah, we could get all coming to our area. We're very family oriented there, and I mean, and that's the beauty about it is as well as folks like Doug or if a family group wanted to come, we'd certainly make that work, and
you'd figure
Rod
a way.
and the other guys certainly would make that work.
Okay. No, this is great. Well, as we're getting really close to wrapping this up and announce the grand prize winner. For those that didn't see the start, we've been giving away some bonus prizes tonight, which we always do. We do these events just about every month or so, and we're doing these, and it's pretty awesome because we're getting a bunch of bonus winners. Plus, we're connecting to some good conservation groups along the way, and I want to announce the winner to this last bonus prize. And as we do, Ryan, I'll let you talk a little bit more about some of the brands that are involved. But so the answer is, and the question was, what is the national park in Newfoundland, Labrador that's closest to Mountain Waters Resort? And of course, Ryan, what is the answer?
Yeah, so you're talking about Gros Morne.
There you go, Gros Morne. And we saw a bunch of people got that right. I saw a ton of people. And the first person I saw that got the right answer was Rick Denny. So, Rick, if you're out there, I know you're out there. You just won a guided trip with the Stillwater Edge. And so you're going to be loving that as a bonus prize tonight for just being on here, getting the right answer. So, Gros Morne National Park, and we're going to drive right through the national park right after we go from Deer Deer Lake right up into your lodge.
Yeah, absolutely. You're about 30 kilometers to the southern boundary of the national park, and then it's about an hour's drive roughly through the park. You'll actually drive past where Lee Wolf based his float plane out of,
Hmm.
Kill Devil area in
Mm-hmm.
Grossmorn first, before he got the runway strip up and running down in Portland Creek,
Yep.
where eventually he ended up bringing in DC-3s with clients prior to the road, which you'll be traveling on. And Grossmorn, we've had clients too, Dave. I mean, they'll come up and they'll take the package and fish. Some clients come in early, they rent a car, and they'll experience Grossmorn 2 or 3 days there, and even go on up the northern peninsula to the tip,
Yep.
where for your listeners as well, there's a location called Lance Meadows where the Vikings, the Norsemen, actually
Mm-hmm.
came well before any Europeans and visited Newfoundland, 1,000
Nice.
years ago or so.
Yep.
So it's
So some cool.
pretty unique spot, and the history speaks for itself.
That is exciting. Yeah, I think I know some people going up there are definitely going to be taking some time to explore, around Newfoundland and not, what I mean, to get out because there's all that cool stuff to check out while they're there. So this is awesome. So we're very close, everyone. We are only a few minutes away from announcing the grand prize package tonight, and I see a bunch of people on here. To get the announcement going for the grand prize, we need to get a bunch of comments going here. Some emojis is what I really love. So if you have any types of unique fish emojis, anything you want to throw out there, that kind of gets us rattling. We need to rattle the room and get this going here as we work up to it. But basically what we're doing here is we've just given away 4 bonus prizes to 4 winners tonight, and we're going to be announcing the grand prize package here in a little bit. I want to give a big shout out, like we said, to our sponsors as we get out here, but talk about some of those, Ryan. You probably know a few of those, right? Seam Nets, I think, is up there in your. Were you familiar with them at all?
No, so Long Range Outdoors, I see you got
Yeah.
there. Fantastic group of people and
Mm-hmm.
and products and stuff located in Corner Brook, but the regional hub for supplies of any avid angler
Yeah,
traveling to the
they
area.
have everything, right? I mean, they've got like boats, and I mean, they're not
Boats
just
and
yeah,
yeah, they got the full meal deal there. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
And
exactly.
look them up. I mean, you can pretty much order anything online from those folks as well. They have an online store, is my
Yep,
understanding. And then another one I see you got there, Tight Loops, Tight Lines,
yep,
Castine Coleman, and
yep.
I believe Terry is still involved with that too. Rod Brophy, who was with us, and Terry, they're chitter chatting all the time about conditions, various conditions along the west coast of the island,
Oh, cool.
and Castine is heavily involved with the conservation scene as well, and
Yeah,
she's done a great deal, a tremendous effort from her part for youth and beginner anglers just getting into it as
yep,
well.
exactly. Yeah, she did. We did a great episode with Castine. So I've got up on the screen here. You can see all the partners here, and this is pretty awesome. We've got all these, basically they're supporting this event. So give a shout out. So if you don't know all these, go ahead and follow them on social. If you want to check out some of these, and I'll just kind of scroll through here really quick so you can see some of the stuff that we're talking about here. I want everybody to kind of get a feel for this as we get into it, because we're getting really close to announcing the grand prize winner, which is going to be happening very quick. And as you can see here, we got Mountain Riders Resort giving away the trip. I'm just going to scroll down through our partners. There's Nam is giving away a fly rod, almost $1,000 value. We got the 5 hours of guided fishing and the lesson, and we've got trout routes, a long range. There they go. They're giving away a cooler, hat, some drink stuff. Nautilus, of course, fly reels, and Pescador on the fly. A 6-piece fly rod, the El Jefe. El Jefe. If you don't know about 6-piece packable rods, this is a legit 6-piece. Marble with the glasses, JH Flyco, a waterproof pack, Foaling Mill with all their fly tying gear, Smitty's, you're going to get a pack of flies, and Seam Nets as well. And on top of that, we got the bonus stuff. There we go. Stillwater Edge. Owen, there we go. I see some good comments here. We got the Stillwater Edge. So we are back to resetting this room and getting ready to launch and talk about who's going to win this trip. So what do you think, Ryan? You about ready to announce this? Want to kick this off here?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Dave. Looking forward to you folks visiting us next summer, and one special guest as well. With this giveaway, I'll get to experience it, and I'm sure Rod and Dad, once I let them know who it is and
Yep.
pass along the information, they'll be in touch.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be really cool. It's always fun to get out there with the winner, because sometimes they're newer to fishing, sometimes they're experienced, but they're always excited. So, all right. So right now, if everybody's ready, let's get some emojis going. We need some comments. We got to kind of shake the house to get this ready to go. Let's say here, are you ready? Let's roll. I see Bill Mitchell is ready. Are you ready to hear who is the winner tonight of the grand prize, over $9,000, the trip and all the gear? David Jackson. Anybody else out there? I got to get some emojis going here, and then we will announce it. And as we're waiting for these to keep going in here, we mentioned that if you don't win, stick with us, because there are going to be some spots available. We're going to be talking about that more. And Wet Fly Swing Pro, which I mentioned, is also going to be available for you for that casting instruction and all that for anybody that signs up here during the event. So Scott Malcolmson, I see you're on here. Here we go. So I'm going to announce that the grand prize winner tonight, we're just about just over 30 minutes in here tonight of the prize package to Mountain Waters Resort, over $9,000 worth of gear, and all that stuff tonight. And the winner is, are you ready? Are you ready?
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please. Here we go. Let's go. Hunter sees it. Matthew, thumbs up. Here we go. The winner is Thomas Redding. Thomas Redding from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Thomas, you are the grand prize winner tonight. Congratulations. Let's congratulate Thomas. He's the winner tonight. I want to let everybody know, if you're just coming in here, and if Thomas is actually not a real person, if for some reason he turns out to be a bot or something like that, we will re-announce a new winner. We'll announce a new winner. We won't re-announce it, but we'll get a new winner. And I see CJ, shout out to Thomas. So stick around. We're going to have an email that's going to go out. I'll follow up. If Thomas does not reply, I will let everybody know we're going to redraw this. So stay tuned for that. If you want to get access to Mountain Waters Resort and learn more about this, you can check out the podcast we have or connect with Ryan directly. We're going to be following up with everybody who's interested, and in the next week here in putting that together. I see Joy. Congratulations. Yeah, let's congratulate everybody here tonight. We had 4 winners. Ryan, I want to thank you for spending time. And now, what time is it your time zone right now?
Yeah, so you're 11:08 p.m. right now.
There we go. So you got to give it up for Ryan. I didn't realize at the time they were so far ahead. So it's after 11. This isn't as bad as the baseball game, which I wanted to ask you about. Actually, Toronto right now, actually just against LA, right? Not too far from your home. Are you a baseball fan at all?
Oh yeah, we're in Canada here. The Jays are giving it a good run, and Sun, actually, they went the 18 innings, I think it was, the other night. And
wasn't that late, right? So how late was it for you? That was like 4 in the morning.
So I think some of my friends said it was 4 o'clock, and they were still up, and they said, "No, we got to cut this loose. Got to work."
That's so amazing.
But they're going at it again tomorrow night, which is 9:30 Newfoundland time, so 8 Eastern, I believe.
There you go, 8 Eastern. Yeah, that's amazing. 5 p.m. where I'm at. The time zone stuff is and also we're coming into daylight savings, which is really going to mess things up. So,
big time.
All right, everyone. Well, I appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Again, lots of fun. Dave, Wet Fly Swing, Ryan from Mountain Waters Resort. If you want to get any of this, we do podcasts all week, every week, and we're going to be doing more of these events. So love it, everybody. Kevin Power, Hunter, thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate everyone for supporting this. And congratulations to Thomas tonight. We'll see everyone very soon.
Take care, Dave.